We've got a special guest on now to talk about some of the turmoil in the Mideast and its ramifications across the region economically. We're joined now by Sheikh Mohammed Bin Essa Al-Khalifa. He is the chief executive of the Economic Development Board of Bahrain. That's a small island nation in the Persian Gulf. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. I know that you must be monitoring the developments in Egypt very carefully. I wonder first how concerned you are about the potential contagion effect in your country.
Well, I think everybody's watching around the world what's going on in Egypt. But in Bahrain, we've actually had a successful 10 years run of reform. You know, if you look at what Bahrain has done over the past 10 years, it's been a story of development, growth, and political freedom. So, yes, we're watching what's going on, but we're confident that what we have in Bahrain meets the needs and aspirations of the people of Bahrain.
What kind of impact, though, have you seen in conversations you've had with people overseas based on the unrest in Egypt, in terms of their willingness to invest in Bahrain or their concerns about the region overall?
Well, if you look at the way global markets have handled what has happened in Egypt, there hasn't been a big shock. Each country has its own unique set of circumstances, but you could view this in a positive that what's going on, people are asking for more reform, for more openness, and this is a positive for future investment and future growth. So, you know, we like to look at the positive, and in the long run, for reformers like us in Bahrain, we're optimistic about the future.
Sheikh, this is Margaret Brennan in Cairo. Bahrain's such a different country than Egypt. You've got natural resources, but let me ask you, is Bahrain considering pulling back any kind of investment in Egypt? I mean, is this making you less willing to spend money right now?
Not at all. I mean, there are, I'm sure, a lot of private investors that have a lot of investment in Egypt and elsewhere. But you know, you can, obviously nobody's going to invest today or tomorrow, but I think this presents an opportunity to invest in the long run. It will bring about, you know, the commitments and what's going to happen in Egypt will bring about, I believe, a period of stronger growth and stronger development. So there'll be plenty of opportunities for people to invest in the coming months.
Let me ask you, sir, your opinion. What do you think it has been that has triggered this public protest and gotten it to such a frenzied level? Is it inflation? Is it unemployment? Is it too much political control?
I think each country has its own unique set of circumstances, and it's not for me to comment on Egypt, but in general, what the message is between Tunisia and Egypt is that people want a better life, and development must serve the people of that country. So, as I mentioned, you know, we've had His Majesty the King led a political reform process in Bahrain 10 years ago, and we've had a strong rate of growth and political openness over the past decade. And countries that do not work on promoting and improving the quality of life of their people will face difficulties in the Arab world or anywhere in the world for that matter.
Okay, thank you for your thoughts, and thank you for joining us to give us your perspective on what's unfolding in Egypt and across the Middle East.
Thank you.
We've been speaking with Sheikh Mohammed Bin Essa Al-Khalifa. He is the CEO of Economic Development Board of Bahrain.